Alrighty, let's get back into the swing of things here. We are playing CERT. Well, in the last episode, we went west. And then we just recently went to the right this time and landed on page 18. I worry briefly whether it's bad form not to say starboard, but nonetheless, the ship turns in a wide arc, heedless of my concerns. Within a few minutes, large hexagonal rocks begin to jut upwards out of the nothingness of space, quickly becoming denser and denser until the ship is scraping on top of them. The scraping of metal against rock attracts attention. Tiny furred crab-like creatures. Does this mean that hexagons can overlap? That seems unlikely. That can't be it, can it? Sorry. The scraping of metal against rock attracts some tiny furred crabs, clustering curiously around my boldly amphibious vehicle. Wait, what? When, when was that happening? Um, Atop some of the taller rocks are familiar looking trays with scattered metal pieces. I pick one up and study it. The tray appears normal, but the pieces seem to strongly repel each other, almost like magnets. Okay, X-shaped holes work the same as circles, but they cannot be placed adjacent to another hole. Okay. Okay, this is a star. That's why it's starry, right? This is like a Star Wars puzzle? What is it called? Star Battle. A Star Battle puzzle. Okay, cool. Okay, so I noticed this, excuse me? There we go. This arrangement here suggests a very easy way to do things, right? We could just do this, 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 this. That would give us plosh. Hmm. Um, the problem with that is our hex, which I'm just gonna be drawing as a square. Or maybe I should do a triangle. Let's see. Uh, I think I like squares. Um, okay. So how is this gonna work? Hmm. Um, okay, so one thing we cannot do is put a hex in the middle. Then nothing can go anywhere. And in fact, I can't put a circle in the middle either. Um, that's a little less obvious, but if I do that, I can't put a hex anywhere adjacent to it. I can't put hexes anywhere. So the middle either has to be like this or this. But that's impossible, right? If the middle is like this, there's nowhere for the other L shape to fit. And, symmetrically, there's no place. Yeah, that's not going to work. So it actually does have to be nothing in the middle. Now, that does actually mean we need these pieces in these corners here. So this is actually all correct. We just need to swap these. No, no, that's not right. Oh, I'm sorry, there's another option. They tricked me. Polsch. I'm gonna look up Polsch in the dictionary because it'll give me a funny result. Polsch. Oh no, push is in there. Oh, bummer. Okay. Sorry. That might be the right answer then. Whoops. Okay. We'll solve this logically. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Um, I should have known. Quest was just in there because it's the first puzzle. Um, They're not going to put every piece of nonsense in that dictionary. Okay, so the mistake I made is that while there does have to be no hole here, and while there can't be a shape like this, we actually could have this or this. I believe those are the only two possibilities. Um, so it's either that or this and this. It's one of these two scenarios. Now, I bet one of those has adjacency issues. No, neither of those have adjacency issues. They're both totally fine. Right, because they're just shifted. Okay, so no matter what, we do have. Man, I don't know how to like prove this. This was basically just a proof by exhaustion, but we have to have this going on. And then the other pieces. Do the other pieces have to be on the left or the right? Well, nothing can be on here. So the other two pieces have to be over on the right here. In fact, the hex has to be way in the corner here. Because it can't be here, it can't be here. And remember, we said the hex can't be on the left, because then where does the circle go? That's going to be bad either way. Oh, okay, so we have this as our solution, and indeed, that is giving us push. Cool. Okay, let's push on forward. I don't really need this bookmark. 18 push or 19 push, whatever. Push. Push. The only language a crate understands. Sure. Going to 6. It takes more effort than you would expect to squeeze the last piece into place on the metal tray. As soon as you do, the ship lurches forward with regained momentum. Okay. Push. Sure. The furred creatures rumble with delight, scuttling around and under the creaking vessel. It seems the energy of solving these puzzles can be used for propulsion in this causeway. I don't know what a causeway is. I do know what a henway is. A causeway is, a movie that they want me to buy. Okay, here we go. Google, I mean. A causeway is a track road or railroad at the upper point of an embankment. I don't know about embankments. Oh no, I don't know any geology. Okay, I give up. All right. Um, okay, so the energy of the puzzle is being used for propulsion. And I realize that I can just remove and reinsert the last piece of my current puzzle as many times as needed. Hmm. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. After a moment spent pondering how many puzzles I'd solved to get anywhere. Gotcha. Lol. Okay, sure. Before long, though, the rising rocks get steeper and steeper, and the power of this puzzle becomes less and less. I spot what I need, a more powerful puzzle. All right, sick. This sort of has latent vibes. It's just like, yeah, everything runs on puzzles here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so one possibility is perhaps we want to build around this piece here. So when we've got this piece, we can't put anything nearby. Um, yeah, we've got like a huge radius here. Um, okay, so okay, that's probably not helpful, but well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's think about how this piece, let's name these. Uh, let's think about how piece one and piece two interact. For example, I can't just put piece one here and piece two here, because then this is going to touch this. Um, oh, I see. Oh, I actually should be using, hmm, I actually should be using Mozilla Firefox. That's really interesting. Let's head back to Mozilla Firefox, I think. That is going to undo a little bit of our stuff. Um, I'm not too worried. Let's just check where the hub is. Oh, I'll pause. I'll be right back. All right. So the nice thing about this is I can draw my block. That's a little too thick. Actually, that's fine. I can just fix the thickness after the fact. And honestly, it's not even too thick. Okay. I do need to draw it on the board, I think. Do this, 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 and click away. And now we've got this marvelous little block that we can move around. And we can do the same thing with our other block. This feels like it might be slightly too powerful. Whoop, sorry. Um, Badoop. Right. And boop. Okay. The opacity is a little low. Can turn that up. Okay. Um, now this this piece is concerning, right? Like if it goes here, that that strikes me as pretty bad. Um, right? Like this can't go here or here. It could go here or here. But we do end up running low on space. Oh, notably there's 20 total blocks here, right? We've got 20 total blocks. For blocks 5 out of 25. So there are going to be 5 unused spaces. Hmm. Um. Huh. Well, I I don't know. Okay, well if we have this piece in the middle here, I think the bigger problem is actually stuff can't fit around the border there. You simply can't fit stuff around here. So, you know what? We're gonna go back to drawboard. Okay. Um. So. Oh right. Oh right. I see why we left because those things are important. The boxes and stuff. Whew. Um. Gosh. Um. I think a big part of it is just how do you even begin to connect these pieces? Like they probably have to overlap, but they kind of can't. Like if you have a piece in the corner, and this is all totally symmetrical, right? We're in a square. We've got four C's, one of each orientation. There aren't actually that many options. I see this option. Um, are there even any others? Um, right, like how is the middle square used? If the middle square is the end of a C, that looks pretty bad. We can no longer use any of this space here. Right, if the middle's at the end of a C, we can't use these three. Um, we can fit one more. I mean, we can fit one horizontal C, but then there's nowhere we can fit another horizontal C anywhere, right? It goes off the page. So it can't possibly be this. We could maybe do this. If we do that, I think clearly the other C has to go here. But then the horizontal ones, yeah, there's no room for them. So that can't be right either. How about the middle? Um, it doesn't appear so. However, we have things interlocking, right? If we have any interlocking, the interlocking shape resides within a 3 by 4, and so it always has to um, include the center. And if every pair of interlocking pieces has to include the center, we can't have two pairs of interlocking pieces. And there's seemingly no other way for this to work, right? Like we can have interlocking like this, and then yeah, we just have one. Okay, so it looks like we've completely disproven the edge of a C, the middle of a C, and the corner of a C. That means this middle must be empty. This middle spot here must be totally empty. And so we really just are doing these swirly fan shapes. So then it's just a matter of what kind. So it's the tall shapes, the vertical C's, that are most restricted. Um, no matter where this one goes, either this is a square or this is a square, right? Depending on which of the two options it is. Which means that no matter what, we can't have a hole here or here. We can have a piece there, but not a hole. That doesn't tell us anything. No, sorry, it does. Sorry, for a moment I was thinking a hole meant this right after I said it, even though that's not what I meant when I said it a moment ago. Right, we can't have a circular or hexagonal hole on P or O. Uh, so that restricts piece 3. Piece 3 can no longer be in the upper right. That would put a hole on the P. So piece 3 has to be here. Which makes a lot of sense. We have that square out of the way. Which means piece 4 is here. I think for a moment I had forgotten about like rotations and stuff. I mean about how rotations aren't allowed. Okay, so now we've just got two possibilities left. Oh, I see we can't put shape 1 over here, because then we'd have some adjacent hexagons. So it has to go here. And then piece 2, by elimination, goes here. Did I screw up somewhere? Circles and squares look really similar. That is the problem. But no, we're totally fine. Those two adjacent things, the E and the V, those are both circles. Okay, so that is heaves. Heaves. Okay. I thought it was gonna say heavy. Okay, yeah, we're heaving some rocks. All right, page 7, heaves. Heaves from page 7. Root hoverings. Roof hoverings. What? That like coverings? What? Sieves? I have no clue what that's supposed to mean, but we're going to page 22. That's all I need to know. Ooh. Alright, we've got the crab rock things. Ah, and we found a new hub. No, we haven't found a new hub. They're telling us to go to the hub. Gathering my strength, I slam the final piece into the puzzle, and my ship soars up the mountainside, hovering in midair for a moment, before crashing down next to the peak. On the very highest rock sits an especially ancient furred crab. Its whiskers and mandibles, gray and faded, it regards me dispassionately for a moment, then opens its mouth, and the path is scrambled. Huh. The path is scrambled. What? Its message delivered, the creature pauses, then begins to hack and cough violently, disgorging an odd fragment of metal and crystal. Right. I uncomfortably wipe it off and take it with me. Okay, I've gotten 2 fragments. That appears to be a whole thing. Right, like 2, whoa. Whatever, there's nothing embarrassing there. Who cares? Um, um, okay. Um, hmm. Okay. Sorry, I don't know why. Oh, right. So we've got this. The path is scrambled. What does that mean? All right, we're returning to a hub page. Page 8, I believe. Yeah. Okay. The path is scrambled. Huh. So we still don't know about this question mark. For the purple puzzle, we now know that we can't have a hexagon here, so it can't be LY. It needs to be here. Up question mark. That makes sense. Sure. West, right, up. Up question mark. So the thing is, I'm realizing I can just search for that. In fact, I think I remember seeing that. Yeah, I can just do up question mark, and if it's a different word, it'll be in there under up. Casual abbreviation of sup. That's true. Okay. I think that's true. Int. Wait. Int? What's that again? What? Huh. Okay. Like that's noun, obviously. Okay, normally up is a preposition. Anyways, page 24. I enter the direction uncertainly, but the ship immediately jolts upward. It immediately jolts, flinging itself upward. Not any upwards direction I'm familiar with, but unmistakably an ascension. Okay. The black space around me becomes lighter and brighter, glowing until it becomes unbearable. Then I pop out of a cloud bank, floating in a pristine blue sky. The air around me teems with perfect mathematical concepts, which I can only barely visualize as golden numbers and formulae. Huh. I'm realizing that the question mark was there to discourage me, to make me think it was a mystery thing, because it was teasing me. There were two possibilities: up question mark or uh, YL question mark, and it sounded like that could have been fly backwards or something like that. Um, so I guess the question mark's just there so I don't do puzzle 3 ahead of time, because puzzle 3 clearly requires understanding puzzle two's mechanic. Anyways, a crystallized platonic ideal of a puzzle ambles up to the ship's railing and confidently introduces itself, preening its elaborate solve path. It seems like it wants you to try it. Sure. Okay. Cool. Okay, so they're saying, don't brute force this. Um, in case Oh, yeah, so this is actually really helpful because somebody could have gotten to up just by brute forcing. And so this ensures that somebody won't try to continue brute forcing and they'll just go back, hopefully. Okay. Um, Interesting. So if we put this somewhere near the middle, we immediately have a bunch of spaces we can't use. And in fact, we only get to have 4 unused spaces. Oh, sorry, these aren't entirely unused though. Okay, this isn't guaranteed to be impossible. Like, what if we did this? Ah, okay, but in practice, yeah, it is. It just is impossible. It's sort of difficult to prove that that location is impossible. Um, but it sure is. Oh, here we go. Okay, one thing. Can I put something? Can I put anything like this? I guess so. I suppose I could. Yeah, it's a little inefficient, right? It uses up 2 of my 4 unused spaces. But yeah, I can totally do that, right? Okay, here's the thing. Right. If I put something in the middle, hmm, if I put something in the middle, there's quite a few possibilities for the other 5 pieces. Um, However, if I put something in the middle and it has a hex, then that's real bad news. Um, because now I can't put anything here or here, because there has to be a hole somewhere in a piece, and all 3 of these spaces are xed out. The only place in the top row I can have a piece would be something like this. So that's 2 spaces gone. And then the exact thing actually applies down here. And that's 6 unused spaces, that's not allowed. So we've ruled this out. It cannot go in 2 of the middle squares. None of these can. None of the hex pieces. So, if not there, can they go here? Well, by similar logic to before, these 4 are now ruled out. Right, we already did this. Right, this was the one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since we can't have holes here, that is a problem, I believe. Yeah, we'd have to have holes in these spots, and that simply does not work. Then we have 4 holes on the left-hand side. Okay, so the only places left for the U to go, um, are the somewhere on the outside. They have to be somewhere on the outside. Um, so they can either be on the top, like this, or on the left, like this, or the bottom or the right. Um, if it's on the top, then the other 5 pieces have to go like this. Is that ever gonna work? This piece has to go on the right. And then that piece would have to be a circle because then something needs to go on one of these. Um, I see a problem where, right, none of these can have hexes. Ooh. Oh, if 2 pieces are stacked directly on top of each other, none of them can include hexagons. That's tricky. So in order to have a hexagon, you need to have like a brick pattern, right? You need to have interlacing, right? If you do this, then we're fine. We can have a hexagon here, or we can have, oh, we can't even have a hexagon up here though. Whoa, whoa. Um, yeah, there's nowhere for hexagons to go. Okay, we've ruled this out. Man, there must be a nicer solve path here, right? Oh well. We figured out the hex has to go somewhere on the outside. Oh, both of the hexes point left. Okay, so both of the hexes have to be like here or here. They have to be all the way on the left-hand side. Oh boy. Um, Now, no matter where they are on the left-hand side, the rest of the left-hand side can't have holes anymore. Um, we can still put stuff like this, but there can't be any holes in the middle or the right. I mean, sorry, there can't be any holes in the left 2 columns. I don't know why I said what I said before. Okay. Um, hmm. Hmm. Tricky. Um, Arts, route, skip, same. Are these scrambled? I see that this can be unscrambled as star. Star, tor, something, almost. Uh, Star, tor. I mean, I've got to write this down, right? Star, tor. Um, but yeah, this might not be right. Um, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see an anagram for the bottom 2. Um, Well, there might be a word for skip. Uh, that's like an old-timey word and also an old-timey slur. Uh, hopefully it's not that. Um, hmm. Um, hmm. Oh, seam. Star Tour something seam. Hmm. Huh. Maybe that is right. Wow. Um, huh. I don't see. No. Kips, short for mud kips. Um, huh. Wow. That's weird because we sure are on a star tour and the world is maybe bursting at the seams. So it would have made sense, but I'm just not seeing an anagram there. Um, huh. Don't know. Um, you entered the direction uncertainly, but the ship immediately jolts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, gosh. Um, so we know for a fact. Yeah, yeah, we know for a fact that the hexes are in these spots, right? No. Oh, dang it, we actually don't. I don't know how I got this wrong, but no, it could totally be like this. And then we just have four pieces down here, which just don't care. Circles can be next to each other. No problem. Man, um, yeah, so they do have to be on the edge. But that is it. This is tough. All right, we're doing an episode 3. I need a break. I'm gonna go take a walk and come back to this. This has been a wonderful time. Really enjoying this. But wow, yeah, I am pretty stumped here, and my eyes are a little bleary. Uh, Good time for a walk. I think the rain's letting up. Yeah, I'll see ya in a bit for episode 3.